Necropolis 3.24 patch notes.
Mageblood and Headhunter are now 2.5 times more likely to drop. Instant skills can no longer be bound to left click. A long-awaited feature of having hot swappable Atlas trees has been added. You can now have 3 Atlas trees that you can swap at will to adapt your strategy on the fly. Ruby, Sapphire, and Topaz flasks no longer grant 20% less damage taken. Now they provide +5 to max res of the respective element. The Veiled mod that reduced mana cost of skills during flask effect can no longer be crafted or unveiled on flasks. Maven invitations no longer drop. Instead, we have witnessed all required bosses that enter Maven's arena. You can speak to Kirak to open the map device with the invitation already placed in there, ready for you to roll it. Veiled Chaos Orbs and Ashling Craft have been merged into a single currency item that drops from Katarina. It functions the same as old Ashling Craft. There is now massively increased access to content on the Atlas tree. You are now able to reliably access different content like Breacher Legion or other League mechanics solely from your Atlas passives. A portal bind key has been added. You no longer need to open the inventory. You just press the button to instantly open a portal. However, you still do need portals in your inventory. Sextant and normal master missions have been removed, and now there's more power in Scarabs and the Atlas tree. Scarabs have been completely reworked to include many of the options that were previously covered by the Sextant and master mission mechanics and more. Each type of Scarab now has multiple versions, so if you want to fully invest into a single type of content, you can do so. Some Scarabs are now rarer than others, and if you want to target specific Scarabs, Betrayal has been updated to include most of them. In addition to the reworked Scarabs, 20 new Scarabs have also been introduced. All Masters can appear together in the same map, and they also have their own respective Scarabs now. Uber Boss Atlas passives have been removed, and now instead there is a set of fragments that are used to access the Uber Pinnacle bosses. Uber Boss fragments are obtained from the new T17 maps that are being added this patch. Not only do the maps give you access to the Uber bosses, they also test your characters in new ways. These feature a new set of bosses, Uber monsters, and a new tier of modifiers that can roll on maps. Uber boss fight difficulties are now more balanced with one another. They haven't really specified on this, so it could be the easier ones being brought up or the harder ones being brought down. Uber bosses now have completely distinct unique item drop pools from their non-Uber counterparts, providing a reason to farm both versions. Added transfigured versions of the following skill gems: Artillery Ballista, Elemental Hit, Ice Shot, Incinerate, Kinetic Blast, Poisonous Concoction, Summon Holy Relic, and Tornado. SRS has been majorly nerfed, losing 38% more damage. Tornado Shot massive attack speed nerf, mana cost nerf, and massive quality nerf, now only providing increased projectile speed instead of the extra projectile. Tattoos have been re-added to the game. As opposed to previous leagues, this league's mechanic will be on the Atlas passive tree, allowing you to modify it. Ball Lightning of Static can no longer be used by totems. Soul Eater buff has been reworked. There's now a max number of 45 souls that can be consumed, with each soul providing 5% attack and cast speed. For monsters, the buff also provides 2% less damage taken per soul consumed. A new Atlas passive keystone, Unwavering Vision, grants 20 Atlas passive skill points, but makes it so Scarabs cannot be found in your maps, and your maps cannot be modified by fragments other than Divine Vessels. The Void div card is now boss exclusive. Minimap icons have been added for strong boxes. Various currencies have had their stack sizes increased. 14 new unique items. Archmage Sport has been reworked, allowing it to be used in a more League starter friendly way now. 7th Gate, Growing Hordes, All Hands, Stream of Consciousness, Grand Design, and Wandering Path Atlas Keystones have been removed. Improvements and surprises have been added to the campaign. Kirak map crafting options no longer rotate each league. This league, all of the options are available. Number of additional bosses summoned by destructive play Atlas Keystone is now higher if there are fewer monsters remaining in the map. Essences in white maps can now only spawn up to Screaming tier. Atlas passive that duplicates Shrieking essences has been removed. Flasks can now be corrupted using Vol Orbs, adding a random quality value from -10 to +10%. Sniper's Mark has been nerfed. The damage value has been slightly decreased, and the more important part is that projectiles which hit cursed enemies now split only towards 2 additional targets as opposed to 4. Frostblink of Wintry Blast, now as the spell's cast time is added to the cooldown it's triggered, effectively killing the Poet's Pen build. The Guardian Ascendancy's Sentinel of Radiance now only deals fire damage equal to 20% instead of 30% of its max life, and also has a lower AoE radius. Ralakesh Impatience no longer provide 30% increased movement speed. Upgrading your Pantheons is now character-wide in leagues. Using a Divine Vessel when you already have the relevant Pantheon power from map unlocked will toggle the upgrade for your mirror character on or off, just in case one for some reason bricks the build you're playing.
Holy shit.
Reduced mana cost can no longer roll on jewels.
Holy shit.
Maps on the Atlas have been rotated. Some notable ones with good layouts that have been added this league are Barrows, Defiled Cathedral, Desert Spring, Mausoleum, Tower, and Toxic Sewer.
Holy shit.